So today we will start the next module, design of FIR filter. So this is the syllabus, that is introduction windowing. In that you have in windowing you have rectangular window, modified rectangular window, Hamming window, Hanning window, Blackman window, and design of FIR digital frequency filters, that is frequency sampling techniques. This is first part, and the second part you'll be having realization of FIR systems, that is direct form, cascade form, linear phase form. Okay, so coming to the introduction part. So digital filter is linear time invariant system that passes certain desired frequency. So certain desired frequency will be passed. Filters means it passes some desired frequency. So in FIR filter, so impulse response will be finite and output depends on present and or it may be past values also. And if you consider example, data transmission, speech processing, correlation processing, interpolation, all those comes under examples. So characteristics means like impulse response, it will be of finite length, and non-recursive FIR filter, it will be stable. And the phase distortion, whatever the distortion of frequency response you get, that can be eliminated using FIR filters. And the noise, like quantization noise, if anything is there in the response, that also can be made negligible using FIR filters. And coming to the advantages, it is stable and can be realized in both recursive and non-recursive. exactly it is linear phase and it is flexible. For example, the bandwidth used for recording ECG signal is between 0.1 to 100 Hz, and we design an appropriate filter for 0.1 Hz to 100 Hz that passes only the ECG signal. Hence, the objective of filtering is to extract information from the signals or to separate two or more signals or to enhance a signal. Filter means we try to remove the unwanted signals. So in LTI, that is linear time invariant system, it is classified into two types. In your syllabus, you'll be studying two types of filters, that is FIR and IIR. FIR is finite impulse response and IIR is infinite impulse response. So the FIR system is non-recursive type and output depends on past and present samples of the input. So it is given as y of n is equal to summation I is equal to 0 till n ai x of n minus I. If the impulse response of the filter is of finite duration, then the filter is called FIR filter. If it is infinite form, band pass filter and band reject filter. So coming to the first thing, that is low pass filter. So filter is essentially a system which rejects unwanted frequencies of the input signal and allows the desired frequency components of a signal. Low pass filter. So here there is a frequency response given. The low pass filters allows the frequency from 0 to cutoff frequency, that is omega c. It passes the low frequencies, that is from 0 till omega c. Okay, so to pass and signal in the stop band, that is omega frequency greater than omega c, will be stopped or it is blocked. So magnitude response of ideal and practical low pass filters are shown. So ideally it should be like this, but practically the response will be in this way. So the frequency response within the cutoff frequency, if it is passed, it is called as low pass filter, and it blocks the response above the omega c, above the cutoff frequency. So this is called as the low pass filter. Coming to high pass filter. The high pass filter allows the signal above omega c, that is it allows the frequency above the cutoff frequency and rejects the signal which is low, that is within the omega c. Okay, the high pass filter allows the signal above omega greater than omega c and rejects the signal between 0 to cutoff frequency. So magnitude response of ideal and practical, it is shown here. See here, from 0 to omega c it blocks, whereas from omega c greater than omega c it allows. So ideally the frequency response should be in this way, but ideally we will not be getting. So practically the response will be in this way. Okay, the response will be in this way, like this. So this is high pass filter. Next, coming to band pass filter. So band pass filter, it allows frequency from omega c1 to omega c2 and it blocks frequency less than omega c1 and greater than omega c2. Okay, so the band pass filter allows the signal between omega c1 to omega c2. Okay, and it rejects the other signal, means which is less than omega c1 it blocks, and which is greater than omega c2 it blocks. Only this part of the signal will be allowed. Ideally it should be like this. Okay, but we'll never get like the straight lines and all. So always the frequency response will be like this. So the frequency will be passed from omega c1 to omega c2. whereas the other than that signals, other than that frequency, it will block. So that is called as band pass filter. Next, band reject filter. The band reject filter rejects the signal between omega C1. This part of the signal is been blocked, or it is been rejected, and it allows only the remaining signal, that is till omega C1. From omega C2 it allows only this part of signal will be allowed. Other than that, this part will be rejected or it is blocked. So this is called as band reject filter. One second. There is some issue with the net. Tomorrow I'll continue the class.